Elliot from the Bear Pit TV, and this is some SCFC news. First off, you've probably seen it over the weekend, but Sobhi was involved in a prank on some Dubai TV show where he basically thought he was going to die. If you haven't seen it, it's hilarious. Make sure you do go and check it out on our Facebook page. He basically is driven out into the desert somewhere, must think he's on some sort of safari, and then the Jeep starts sinking in what appears to be quicksand. People look like they're dying, and then not only does he think he's sinking, about to die, then they let out this big bloke dressed as a Komodo, quite convincing Komodo dragon, making him think he's going to eat him. Sobhi is squealing like a little girl, which understandably I think I would be if I thought I was going to die. And then there's also another bit of the video where it's after it's all happened, and he goes ahead and sort of kicks the shit out of the presenter, which I think anyone would as well. It's absolutely mental. If you haven't seen it already, do make sure you go and check it out on our Facebook page. I'll put a link in the description. But mad, it's mad the amount of production quality they've got in prank shows in Dubai. Absolutely mental. I wouldn't like to be involved in any of that if any of you are planning that sort of stuff. Shaqiri has also come out and said that he wants to win the Premier League with Stoke and also get into the Champions League. I don't know what he's been smoking recently, but I hope he doesn't have any drugs tests. But can't fault his ambition. At least that's all you can say, really. He's going to try and shoot us to winning the Premier League and get us in the Champions League football. So I'm looking forward to when we win the Champions League in 2019. I hope the rest of you all are as well. Glen is in the news for what some might say bad reason, is that he could be leaving. Apparently there's interest from Aston Villa and Burnley. Glen Whelan's been a great signing for us. You know, we got him for 500 grand from Sheffield Wednesday, and what a signing that's turned out to be. We've had him in our midfield for, I think it's almost 8 or 9 years now. And whenever we've brought someone to sort of replace him, he's just there. No, he just gets back in the side. Every signing that we make, he just seems to outlive and outdo. So it's sad to see sort of that he's ready, could be ready to move on. It was reported by The Sun, though, so you can make of that what you will. But with the arrival of Darren Fletcher and probably imminent departure of Imbula, is there a space for another midfielder to come in? I'm not too sure. It depends on what happens elsewhere with who else we've got. And lastly, we have had the rest of our pre-season finally confirmed. We will be playing RB Leipzig in Germany on the 5th of August. There's still a kick-off time to be announced and how to get tickets, etc. This was prematurely announced by RB Leipzig 3 weeks ago now, and it's taken the club a while to actually finalise it, but it has been finalised now. It seems like Leipzig shot off early announcing that. The best way to go if you are thinking about booking seems to be from London to Berlin and then a train to Leipzig. Direct flights to Leipzig are coming in at about £200, which is quite expensive, but that doesn't seem like we're going to Dortmund like many people did think, so that's a bit of a letdown. But Leipzig came close to challenging Bayern Munich for the Bundesliga title this season, very closely, and they sort of shot out of ascendancy from nowhere, really. So it'll be an interesting game, no doubt. That has been your SCFC news. Do let me know in the comments what you think of Shaqiri's comments about getting in the Premier League, Champions League, and also what you think of that Sobhi video, because it's absolutely mental. Let me know also if you're thinking about booking up and going to see Stoke play Leipzig in Germany, because we will be there, so hopefully we see you. Do drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and thank you for watching.